Hey everybody, I wanted to do a short video to complement the work instruction you see before you. This is another work instruction to help you with your work instructions. Today we're going to cover how to use text box. One thing I learned over time is to add text boxes to my instructions. It allows me to put text right on top of a photograph, right next to a photograph, really put text anywhere on the page where I want it to be. What you're seeing right here, I just mocked up a quick fake document to show you some photographs, but also how text is traditionally used in Microsoft Word. So at the very top here, you see what you're familiar with if you've written essays or papers. Very straightforward, left to right, top to bottom text placement. This is what people are most familiar with. Right below that, you see some bullet pointing. That's good, but also very constraining in that it's kind of centered in the page. You have to move your pictures around that. I'm going to delete this and show you how to do a text box and where this might come in handy. So instead of that, you could do what's called text box. You start by going to the top of your screen. Now this is true for Word and also Excel, but you go to your top menu here and you click Insert. Then you want to go over to text box. You hit the drop down. It gives you a couple different options. You could go with a built-in uh, form that Word already has, but I like to make my own text boxes in the style in which I like them. You could do the same. So you do that by clicking on Draw Text Box. What'll happen is your cursor your cursor will become a plus sign, and what you can do is just drag out to the shape you want to make. Everything is a square or rectangular form. So you just drag it to the size you need, then let go. Now, what you see here, these circles around the box, once you've let go of your mouse, you could manipulate these circles if you want to make it longer, wider, make it proportionally correct as you pull from the corner. So that's how you could resize your text box by clicking on it. And also, again, what we've seen with shapes, this circular arrow at the top, if you click on that and drag, you can change the orientation of your text box. So from there, you click on it and you could type right in the box. You click out of it, and unlike other traditional text, you could move the text box around the screen where you want it. So this allows you to be a bit more creative. You could put it on, if you had a photograph, you could move your text box on either side, up and down. So if you wanted to get, let's say you had a sheet like this and you wanted to get a couple images on a page that you were doing, you could stack them in such a way where you get multiple steps on a page. So here we go. Let's shrink these down. You might have a text box here, and you're going to copy it and place another one. So you can show multiple. Your text is out of the way, and it's where you want it to be, where you need it. So that's how to draw a basic text box. Just like shapes, you could change the way your text box looks to match what you're doing in your work instruction. So if you double click on the box, it brings up the shape format menu. Now to change the inside color of the box, you go to shape fill. It brings a drop down, and you have any kind of selection of colors. Shape fill again changes the interior of the text box color. Here's a green box, okay, and just like that changes the interior. If you click on the box again, you could go to shape outline, and this is just what it says. You could change the color, thickness, the style of your outline of the text box. So let's put this a number 3 weight, and let's make it a funky looking text box with a purple outline. So there's some ways you could change the look of your text box. Um, by clicking on the box twice, it'll launch this submenu you see here. And this is where you can change the font. You select what you want and change the font to wherever you want. You change the size here. There's some other options, stylistic options you could do, the text there. But that's a simple text box. So now that you know how to make it, let's say you're doing a couple work instructions and you want to be able to save what you've created so you can use it for the future. You can do that. You could have your own text box library. So what you want to do is click on your text box and then go back up to the main menu. Up here at the top, click Insert. Go to text box. When you click on it, it gives you this Save Selection to Text Box Gallery. So click there. You'll see this little submenu launch, and you could just name this text box. So I'm just going to call this, for instance, you might want to call it green box with purple outline. All right, or whatever you want to call it. You can name it whatever you want. What it'll do is when we click OK, this will save it to your Microsoft Word. So no matter what document you're working on in Word, you could use this text box. It's forever in your gallery. So I'll click OK. And to show you what happens is, so let me delete this. And I want to go back. Let's say I want to insert text box here. If you scroll down all the way, you'll start to see your own inventory of boxes you've created. What you're looking at here is there's at least 9 boxes I've created for different work instructions I've done. But if I want to do that green text box, I just click on it. There it is. So it's saved for future use. It saves you time when you're doing your work instructions and gives your instructions some consistency. If you have any questions, come find me, but try this out and work through the work instruction. Thank you.